When your old career gives you lemons, throw in some ice, mix in some vodka, and call it a podcast. From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Well, hello and welcome. Thanks for getting your pod on. Thanks for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. Tonight, we're honored, Kevin.
Yes, we are.
Stephanie, with a lot of people have asked, where has Stephanie been?
Stephanie's been busy. Can you hear me my mic? It seems like...
No, you're fine.
Took me a while to work this one through, but I got it done for you.
And then I hear Stephanie's mom's in town, and so Stephanie's mom agreed to come on, and I went, that's it. So I sat down for a little bit today, and I was thinking about it. I go, Stephanie, what do I think of with Stephanie? I went, funny. I said wild, but I don't mean that in that way. Honest, secure, strong, independent, smart, fierce. And I go, as a mom, you got to be pretty proud of her.
Extremely proud.
Yeah, you have to be, because I went, that's somebody who, I mean, you got a fiercely independent, strong woman here.
Yes,
which
always has been that way.
Yeah.
Always.
Because I thought about that. I go, boy, that's something that you always hear, you know, I have 3 sons. I have no daughters. I don't know what that world is like at all. And I was significantly older than my sister by 5 years. So there was I'm certainly close with her, but I don't, even a little girl. And then there was a younger brother after that. So, but you always hear about trying to raise strong women that would have. And that was the one thing that always stuck out. I'm like, damn, man, you've got to be proud of that.
She's an ox herself.
Okay,
She's
that wasn't
stronger than I am.
I was like, wait.
You think I'm strong?
I thought you were comparing me to Kevin.
No.
Well, what has impressed you most about your daughter?
Oh, when she puts her mind to something, she's doing it, and she's got it, and no problem. She was, the only woman that I know that opened State Farm's insurance when I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that.
A young girl.
You opened your own office?
At age 23, I was the youngest State Farm agent in the nation. Yes, had employees, the whole nine.
You did?
Yeah. I did. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. And so when she says that to you,
we just know we're in trouble.
No, but I mean,
it's happening.
But at the same time, it's also supportive, right? Because you got to know your kid in a way, like you never want to discourage. I would say, because the one thing, like I'm watching my kids, right, and I have a son who he went to a private school here, and then when he was going to go to college, I really thought he'd go to St. Joe's. It was another Jesuit school, and I really liked it. I thought it'd be a good fit for him. And then Roberts Wesleyan, which is a very small college here, was kind of coming after him for a track thing. And I'm going, you were good, but you weren't great. You weren't this, That guy now is a senior, and he's probably going to break the school record in the weight throw, which is a big thing, and he's jacked. And one of the things at Thanksgiving I want to say to these, all 3 of my boys, is you write your own story, and you wrote your own story. I didn't think you were a great athlete or a good enough athlete, and now you're about to break the school record. Don't ever listen to me. You know what I mean? And I think like all of us give advice from a standpoint of, we love you, we care about you, we want to see the best for you, and we don't see this. And that's where I'll say on this podcast all the time, if you have an idea to do something, tell no one, because they're going to give you advice that they think is helping you.
Right.
And instead, it's probably going to shit all over your dream, if you know what I'm saying, right? I mean, in a way. But I always thought, like honestly, I think that you need to hear that stuff, because sometimes life throws you curves.
It does, right?
And I always think, too, because Kevin said to me, hey, Stephanie and her mom are going to come in. I think we should play What My Mom Doesn't Know.
Oh. And you know what I said? She knows everything.
Right. And I went, is that a different mother-daughter relationship than any of your friends have?
I'm just open.
I know you are.
Everyone in my life. And
you
that's
are.
how I choose to live. And even my mother, I mean.
Were there times where you go, Stephanie, please, I don't want to hear this?
Yes. A lot of times.
90% of it.
There's a lot of things we've never told her daddy either.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, but
there's certain things you don't.
Oh yeah, but you knew, you were like the gatekeeper. That's a close relationship that Now, you have a younger sister?
Yes.
And is she the same way? As open, you think?
Not as open.
Not as open,
No,
yeah.
Not as open, no.
Yeah, because I was thinking, like, I don't know many people. I know mother-daughter relationships are different and sometimes complicated, right? For some people, for some. I see.
We're really close. We're lucky.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but is that a lot of you just being so open and
She's open too.
Yeah.
bringing stuff up? Were you?
I'm the apple from the tree.
Yeah.
You know?
So we should play what my dad doesn't know next time your dad's in town.
No, I don't want
We'll
anything
give
to
him
do
a
with
heart
that.
attack. Oh no.
What's the best advice your mom ever gave you? Can you think of anything that she told you along the way? Or maybe you gave her the advice.
Probably the self-respect with not just sleeping around. All that stemmed from her.
Okay. Yeah.
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 Not to be a pig.
No.
You know, that was all from her.
Yeah, you've been very open, even on past podcasts about
From Mama.
making
Yeah.
sure that you don't. Well, it is. It's self-respect. I can see where. I think the problem is when you're young, like, you know, without sounding gross, sex feels good, and so if that's going to happen, and it feels like that's what you do when someone likes you when you're young, and I think that's
Did
where
I ever tell you what she said about my friends who
slept around.
So, I was 14, and stop me if I already told this story.
I don't. Who cares if you did? Let's hear it again. At 14, by
She
the way.
goes, honey, you're probably at the age some of your friends might have started doing stuff with guys,
Yeah.
you know, hand jobs, blow jobs, sex, whatever. And I'm
Did
like,
you
"Ew,
say?
no,
Did
Mom,
she say? Wait,
no, Mom,
wait.
no,
She say it
they're
like that?
not."
Oh God,
Yeah.
you're the greatest.
And
My
I'm like-
parents, those words didn't exist.
She
I
was
pretended
always
they.
close with. She
Yeah,
always
but
told
that's
us these
smart.
things.
Smart.
And I come on. And she's okay. I guess you don't want to talk about it, so I know you're listening to me. But I ask your girlfriends if the guys cared if they had an orgasm.
Oh,
Or
the
did
girls
they
did. Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
girls-
The
As in
girls, right? Yeah,
Did they
yeah.
care about them or just themselves? So I was like, ew, Mom, no. So I went back and I did ask all my girlfriends, hey, when you gave Scott that blowjob, did he try to make you? Did he care? No, didn't try. No, didn't care. And I started asking everyone, the different schools, because I worked at like a diner, and asking everybody. Nobody was coming. No guys cared.
So you did your own survey.
I did, and
This
then I
is
came
it.
back.
Stephanie on the street.
It's Stephanie, the Steph poll.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. So I came back and I was like, just so you know, Mom, like you were right. I asked everybody. I did like a sample of like 36 and nobody.
Just put a chart together and
And
everything
she
for her.
says, yeah. And she said, if a man really loves you and really cares, it's not a pig. You do it the right way. Ideally, wait till you're married. You know, she told me to worry about STDs, but she's like, if you're going to do something, be with a man that cares if you're taken care of. That way, you know, you just won't be used.
Yeah.
She's like, there's nothing worse. Like, make sure you're getting something out of it too. And it just opened up my eyes to the world of men, especially teenage boys.
Sure.
Not that
And
you're all pigs.
No, they are.
It
Like, you remember
really
the game where
powerful.
you try to take the hand and go, hey. You know what I mean? Yeah, because it's a one-track mind. It is.
And she's like, are they buying you dinner? Do they say I love you? Do they cuddle? Do they care? Do they maybe try to see, like, talk, have conversations? And
Yeah.
So
Without, I don't want to step too far in any one direction, so just understand that. But you have sons too. I mean, I have sons. I worry in the world we live in today, things going too far, and then sometimes, you know, there isn't as much as a innocent until proven guilty. It's guilty until proven innocent in a lot of these
Certainly
situations
is.
now. And so learning that, hey, man, either, you know, there's a give take here, or there's also a really, really mind your manners and keep your hormones under control.
You gotta be careful.
Keep a bridle
Exactly
on
what
that.
I've told my boys.
Put a
Be
governor on
careful.
those hormones, son.
yeah, but
You know what I mean? I mean, that's a tough one. That's a tough
her
one.
advice is powerful, and I think it can help a lot of young girls.
Yeah, I think it is. You should write
There's
a.
nothing worse than just getting used. Like, I have girlfriends that go home with a guy and they get nothing out of it. Their number went up. They have STD scare. Who knows what happened? And like, even if they did something, why aren't they enjoying themselves?
Well, here's the other
Like,
side of that, too,
you
is
know?
like, because you're probably talking about, well, I'll say that I think that there's
Unless
a.
they enjoy it, but
No,
I just
I think
hate
they start to
women
feel
getting
bad
used.
about themselves.
They do start to
yes,
feel bad.
of course, and they start to question themselves. And I think if you're talking about some divorced women, I think a lot of times when you were married, you made that marriage, that relationship may not have been good, but you like the idea of having somebody, so you'll give up a little bit more. And I think to your point, it almost feels like women have been, I don't want to say groomed, but raised to feel as though they, they'll just put up with whatever, right? Because if you're not getting, I never even thought of what you said. As a kid, I never did. Never thought of it.
I used to tell my nephew that also.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, you be respectful to girls.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do, but that's where it begins.
Yeah.
Is respect.
Don't just use people.
Where are
or
you?
your pee-pee will fall off, I told him.
Yeah, well,
That's basically what I said to him.
You use it too much, it's good anyways.
Did you live in Utica your whole life?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yep, I did. In the town of Schuyler, very tiny, tiny town. And everybody, I think we're all related.
Okay.
Every one of us. Yep.
All right. How many generations do you think for you?
God.
Your family, did they come there from?
My grandmother.
Yeah.
From England, their family all came over and
Yeah.
everything. I actually went to a place and I found out that I had a deed for Green Bay, Wisconsin. So when they had that deed, when the home settling,
Yeah.
you could homestead there.
Yeah.
And then they would give you the deed from President Polk.
Wow.
1835.
What a nice piece of family history.
got
Yeah,
all
because
that.
I think somewhere most of my family is Ireland, but then my maternal grandmother on my father's side, a lot of people came over in the 1600s. We have Civil War discharge papers from a relative. And that's kind of cool family
That's
history to
very
have, right? To have all that. I just never knew anybody, because Utica used to be the
There's
joke.
a lot of Italians. It's the armpit of New York.
armpit of New
Well,
York.
what was the sitcom? Do you remember the sitcom?
The Office.
No, not The
talk about
Office.
Utica.
There was another one, and I think it was Jenny McCarthy and another girl, and there were two girls, and they were. Do you remember the one?
Yes, I do.
And they were
but
from Utica.
Yes. Okay, now I went out to Buffalo once, and there's this guy the older man playing the piano with a greasy wig on, and he goes, "Where are you girls from?" I said, "Utica." "Yeah, that's where the Utica caskets were made," and he's singing on the piano. It was Mob City, okay?
Oh, Utica was.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Everyone came from San Giuseppe Yatos, and that is like
Sicily.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, but when you drive, I've never really been in Utica, but I would drive by on the thruway because I grew up down by Poughkeepsie and
Okay,
Rhinebeck.
It's an immigrant town. A lot of
Yeah,
people.
but it looks
Still.
nice when you look down into the valley off the thruway. It looks
does.
like a quaint little.
It's the best Italian food you ever could get.
Really?
Yep, they
Get the
got
Riggies.
tomato pie, chicken riggies, everything.
So
Yeah.
they have Frankfurt has the
And Polish,
Is
too.
it the third highest concentration of Italians in a town in the entire country? And that's what they have. Is they have restaurants, barbershops, dry cleaners, construction. It's very
Utica
blue
Club
collar.
Beer, I think, was the first brewery to open back up after Prohibition, too.
That's correct.
Oh, it was Utica
That is
Club Beer?
correct, Yeah.
Yeah. Now, is that still
Now it's Saranac.
Saranac.
That's what I was wondering
So
if it
that's
was.
a place you can get good food.
So that's Matt's FX, right?
Yep.
They're the ones who own it,
FX,
right?
Matt's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, is it just Matt's?
Yeah.
Oh,
Matt's.
oh.
No, well, it's Matt's Brewery,
Yeah.
Utica Club,
Yeah.
it's changed the name.
Because I remember
Saranac.
having those guys on when I did radio and talking about going down and running the Boilermaker.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
big.
That's a
Huge.
cool looking race. I used to read about it in Runner's Magazine, and I just never went and did it. But they had bands and stuff.
It's a
It looked like a party.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
People party
running
there.
those
There's not
miles.
much to do.
And then drinking afterwards. I mean, they're just pounding down the alcohol.
So I grew up in a really small. I grew up in the largest school district in New York State per square mile,
Wow.
with the fewest amount of people. So it was like grade 7 through 12. You had like 700 kids in the building.
yeah.
But it was a 200-mile school district, square mile school district, right? So in those rural areas, there was a lot of drinking that went on.
Yes.
And I had a lot of friends that were killed in car accidents and
sad.
motorcycle
a
accidents.
long time on a bus.
Yeah, and a long time on a bus. Now, I'm about 10 years older than you, but did you have, by then, there was a lot of education, right? Because I'm 52, so they had, drinking age was 21 when I was there, but when I was in 7th grade, some of the seniors, I think it was switching right around that time to 21, right? The MAD had come out and was really pushing. There was a lot of education.
I was in bars at 16
You were.
because the 18
Yeah,
was the
18.
drinking
Close,
age.
Yeah, and so who cared? And if you were a pretty girl, they wanted you in there because guys
girls
were coming
with big
in.
boobs, okay,
Yeah,
come on
yes,
in,
yeah.
come on in, no problem, walk in.
That's funny.
What ID?
But in those small towns, was there a lot of, like, we used to party in fields.
I was a designated driver. I was always the responsible one.
Really? Why is that? Because I never was.
Just
I
always
was the
want to
wild...
make my parents proud. I want to be the smartest girl. I wanted to be the one that was the most successful. I always just was trying to do the right thing.
Yeah. That's interesting.
I drove also.
I would drive for my friends. I think I probably only drank 3 times in my entire high school career.
Really? Wow.
That was it. Yeah.
I partied so much in school. This is a true story. That there was property damage done because a lot of people, we were 90 miles outside of Manhattan, so you'd have a lot of people buy weekend homes and different things up there. So some kids knew these people weren't around and they had a party. I did not go. I couldn't go. I had to watch my brother and sister. Jeez. State police came to my house to question me about who was at the party because they knew that I knew every party. And my father was so upset, but he was also mad. He made the officer address me as William and not, because the guy goes, "Hey, listen, Bill, no big deal." My father goes, "You will address him as William. His name is William."
Really?
Yeah, because my father goes, he said to me after he goes, "Your father's not dead, but why are you the one that they're coming to talk to?" I wasn't at the party, but I knew everybody.
You knew.
So that's the thing. It's like, I knew every party that was going on, everything, all the time, but I was never as responsible as you.
Well, I actually hosted some parties and wouldn't drink at them.
At your house?
I got in trouble. People were throwing beer bottles and they chipped my dad's Harley.
Oh!
The only
I got grounded
she had,
for it.
She was in Hawaii on a school trip, and that's the only reason why she's not dead.
How did he find out?
Because there was broken beer bottles in the concrete cracks. I cleaned it really well, but the cracks, my dad's like, "What's this shiny stuff? It looks like beer bottle." Just a couple shiny things I must have missed.
Yeah.
And then he lifted up the Harley case and it was chipped. I was grounded for like a year.
About a year.
And I didn't drink at the party. I was trying to be responsible with my friends who were sleeping over, but I wanted to have fun. And then
Well, it wasn't too far from your prom. So I bought her the dress for the prom, and I said, "Listen, you can go to the prom. Everything's good." And I stood outside the door after everybody was going to a party and went, "Time to come home now." I thought that was the worst punishment she could ever have.
So, okay.
So embarrassing.
So all right. Well, I got one almost as good. Almost as good. Took a limo to the prom. Afterwards, I don't know how this happened because this is actually terrible. But my buddy's dad was a state trooper. He and his mom split, but they split shortly after his sister had a big party for her college graduation. And 2 kids were killed from out of town going on a beer run. And one of my really good buddies was like, his brother lost a scholarship and everything because he had to rehab for a year and all this stuff. Right. But that kid's mom decided she would host the prom after party. Okay. So she was taking everybody's keys. Now you would think that after having an experience like you had, you just wouldn't fuck around with this stuff at all. Right. So she has that party, and I go with the limo, and then I take my date home, and I go home to my house. My father finds out that I was at that party, and he wrote her a letter, a handwritten letter that said, "The next time you're going to have a party," basically, I'm paraphrasing here, "that you're going to serve minors, do not allow my son to get in." And that got around school like, yeah, and I was a junior who had the reputation of being yeah. But, again, all you're trying to do, like,
keep your kids safe.
Well, my father used to always say to me, "I'm not here to ruin your good time. I'm just trying to keep you alive." Right? I'm trying to keep you alive. And that's it. And in these rural towns where there's not a lot to do, and I mean, I go back now, it's like cart paths, some of the roads. I don't know about where you guys live, but it was cart paths. And I remember there was the Taconic State Parkway that ran through my neck of the woods. It was really like a 2-lane road, but everybody did 65. I raced a girl. She got off and got on the Taconic, and I took the back roads. I was in her driveway leaning against my car by the time she got there. I had to be doing like 80 down these dark roads where a kid could have popped out on a bike or anything. Right. I got drunk one time at my senior prom and didn't want my parents to know, so my buddy's older sister drove me to the end of my street, and I go, "Let me drive up my street. So my parents won't know." And I come in.
Oh, no.
Man, my old man was ready to kill me because there are kids and anything else. It could have come out on a bike or anything. But I didn't have that same moral code you have.
I mean, I was wild. I was fun, but I tried to have some level of making them proud.
Well, wild in terms of, well, you just have a big personality.
Yeah, I'd be like dancing. I'd be the sober one that people would think I was drinking, and I wasn't. And the girls that had the 3 beers were just sitting there like stiffs. You know, I was fun.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to keep calling you Stephanie's mom.
Yeah.
Sue. I'm sorry, Sue. Thank you. Sue, what do you? Your job is what? You said it was sugar.
I am a hairdresser, and I had a customer come in once and say, "I need a Brazilian," and I'm like, "I don't know how to do a Brazilian, but I'll go to school." I went and found sugaring.
Sugaring is it called?
So sugaring
like
is
wax.
Hair removal wax. They call it sugar wax.
Okay.
But I would never call it that because I've been doing it for 28 years.
All right. Well, let's
sugar wax.
We'll take a moment and we'll find out about sugaring.
And the confessions that she gets in that room.
I gotta say, it's almost like, you bet you do, mate. I'm sure you can look at some things and tell. All right, we'll take a moment. But first, Full Send Skiing Outdoors Chief Executive Officer Zach Hallett.
You know, your skis, your snowboards, everything needs to be serviced every year. It's very important to get that stuff done before the season because when the snow falls, everybody wants to get out there. You don't want to be put on a delay.
Full Send Skiing Outdoor, Canandaigua.
When the snow falls, we want you out there and enjoying the sport, so we make sure that we have a 3 to 5 day turnaround.
Full Send Skiing Outdoor, Canandaigua.
We don't want to make people wait.
Comedy at the Carlson. Ticket and show times at carlsoncomedy.com.
Cobblestone on Main is the perfect place to take the chill off. And by that, I mean you go in, it's cozy. It's got an upscale bar with a great fall drink menu. You go in there, you get yourself a craft cocktail, you settle in, you order some of the shareables. You know, they have great nachos there. We've talked about these. They don't get soggy. I don't know, very space age, but delicious, absolutely delicious. The tater tots is another shareable that even some of our listeners have written in about. But also, they have a great intimate dining room. You can go in the back. Now, the bar's in the main dining room, but in the back, it's a little quieter, and you can go in there. And since it's a cobblestone church, and it's 2 buildings connected together, even when there's music, you don't really hear it in the back room, which is nice. You can have a nice conversation, and the entrees are fantastic and all locally sourced. Cobblestone on Main. They're at 109 West Main Street in the Village of Webster. Cozy up and get in there and see them online at cobblestoneonmain.com.
Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Route 96 in Victor.
Tired of the mess and hassle of firewood? Phelps Cement Products has the perfect answer. Gas inserts by Cozy Heat. We carry the full line of gas inserts that'll transform any wood-burning fireplace to a clean, efficient, hassle-free gas unit. All inserts are controlled by a simple click of a button on a modern handheld thermostatic remote. We also stock all pipe and liners needed for installation. Stop in before November 30th to take advantage of a $300 instant rebate on all gas inserts. See us at 5 South Newark Street in Phelps. Phelps Cement Products. We figured this is a good song, Sue, since we were talking about sugaring. This would be. Kevin said to me, the Archies. I go, what song? What the? I'm not connecting today. VH1 Classics. I think this.
I'll hug you later if you need it.
No, thanks. Kevin was with.
After I get better, you know, my husband's going to give me a little sugar shack to drive around and sugar people. Yeah.
So you could come to them
The
and
sugar shack.
Yeah, like park someplace and say Sue's Sugar Shack.
like a pop-up sugar shack.
Yeah.
You're like a waxing Tinkerbell.
So, have you ever got? So you've been a hairdresser your entire life.
Well, 35.
35 years.
35 to 36.
30.
I mean, 65. How old am I?
40.
So what did you do prior?
I'm 65.
Okay. And what did you do?
35 to 65, I've been working.
Yeah, as a hairdresser. And then prior to that, what?
A sugarist.
A sugar.
Oh, you kidding me? What my work before I
Yeah.
was a stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
How many
Especially this one.
siblings do you have?
Just a younger sister.
Okay.
yeah.
That's still.
Sesame Street was overwhelming.
Yeah.
I needed to go out and,
Yes, I'm sure.
and party.
Well, that's the thing is you need adult conversation and stuff.
Yeah.
And how many years have you been married then?
I have been with my husband since 14 years old, and we've been
Wow.
married 47 years
So is Utica native as well?
down the road.
Down the road.
My brother's best friend.
Your brother's best friend.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're still in love and they flirt.
Were you the first one to get out of the small town into the
Yep.
big city?
Yep.
Yes.
Good for
18
you.
and never came back.
And your sister still lives there?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
like
Yeah,
a
but that's-
mile away.
But that's kind of nice, though. You know, that's one of the things. Like my siblings are all spread all over. Actually, my sister just moved, and she lives in D.C., but she had been in Denver. My brother was in Florida. Now he's in Maine. And then my mom's in Rhinebeck. My dad's in Jersey. So everybody's kind of out. But everybody will be together for Thanksgiving. But there's something about, even for you, it's not that far. It's like a 2-hour
So
ride.
I drive
Yeah.
2 hours and I see my whole family, my aunts and uncles, everyone's there.
There's something nice about that.
She got scholarships for any school she wanted to go to. So she chose RIT.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking 2 hours on the thruway, that's good.
Yeah, that is.
Because they had Elmira, right? Or one down there.
I was thinking of which would be the best commute. And I'm like, I kind of like a throughway drive where versus the back country roads. So
So where were you? Where else did you go? Where were you looking at?
I think Siena, Elmira, they're all New York State
Binghamton,
schools.
Yeah.
Portland.
Yeah.
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 And then,
She's very smart.
2 hours.
She's-
Yeah,
As much,
well-
Who's
2
gonna
hours
give
as
me the
much
most
as
money,
6.
which,
RIT was probably, I would think,
Oh,
out
yeah.
of your
Yeah,
best
she
choice.
took up space.
She took up space.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I want to know about, like, how do you go from, so someone says to you once, I want a Brazilian.
Yes.
And then you decided, here's an opportunity. I'll learn how to do this.
Yeah.
Especially
Okay.
in the small town, no one else did it. So she's like, I'm on it.
Yeah, but I mean, how do you convince people that this, well, that's a word of mouth
It's
thing,
a
right?
word of mouth thing.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause-
right.
Yeah. And that's even some people going, hey, man, wait, did I discover a new thing?
I'm going to tell you something. I live in Schuyler, or Utica, which is
Yeah.
almost central New York State.
Right.
All the way down to Oneonta, all the way up to Fort Drum. I mean, is that Fort
They
Drum?
drove,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Watertown, Syracuse, and Albany.
Really?
And I had 2 or 3 people come in from Long Island.
just for you.
Because
Long Island, they had to have people that were
Yes,
waxing.
they did, except for a lot
Best
of
hands
people
in waxing.
refused to do men.
Oh.
They refused to do men. So a lot of my men clients came from all over.
Okay. I have a theory that a lot of times pubic hair style is dictated by porn. But I don't know. That was just a theory I always had, because you would start to see no pubic hair on women in porn, and then it sort of became a mainstream.
Well, yeah, because you got the 70s porn with a full
Yeah,
bush.
with the full bush, right?
When someone comes in like that, I ask them if they had sex lately.
Do, do-
Gosh, you poor thing.
do you still see some people like that?
I have.
You have.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's very hard.
Young?
I think that's what broke my heart.
Charged by the,
The 70s.
she
Bush.
charges by the strip with those people.
But are they young people?
No, I have older people.
No, I meant with the big bush.
With
the
retro.
big.
No, I
no.
had a young girl.
That's what I mean. A young
Yeah, I
girl.
had a
Yeah,
young
that's
girl.
surprising.
Yeah, and that was the end of that.
I-
I said, shame I knew.
Now, is it coming back though? That there's a little bit down there. That's what I'm.
They say there is.
Yeah, that's
but
what I said here.
I haven't seen.
What about men? So what year? Is my curiosity, was the first man that came to you?
28 years ago.
28 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so we're going back into like the
the
mid
95.
90s, 95. Yeah. And now, because now, look, we have a whole grooming product for
Right.
down there, right? So
Yep.
that's a whole, manscaping's become a
thing.
Yeah.
But I do feel bad.
That doesn't hurt at all, though.
No, it doesn't. No, the waxing
I do feel
is.
bad for my male customers because there's no one in this area that I've taught will touch do a guy.
They won't.
No.
Because, I mean, you do
Listen, when
balls at the whole package, literally.
Is it
When
just
I-
awkward because of that? Is it a guy or?
Plus, I'm old. I'm 65. They're 33 or something like that, and you've got a hard on. Who cares? I don't really care. It's first swipe, it's gone. I got to hang on to it and not let it go.
I swear.
Mine just
But
disappeared.
if they trust
I got the
her,
wax in the
they'll
microwave
keep
for you.
coming back.
Wow.
So her business took off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Word of mouth, just.
And then she became like a confessional, talk to people about their problems and how to help their marriage. And
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think a lot of times hairdressers, I would almost say, like, you could go to school and get a therapy degree
Yeah.
and open a hair salon, and you
Correct.
may do even more better for your community than anything, because so many people there's something about that. I'm sure there are clients you've had for over 20 years. The same people. Yeah. And you get to know them intimately in a
Personally,
right?
yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they tell you
I've been
things.
invited to weddings.
Yeah. And you probably never met the kid.
No.
Right? Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, you become like a member of their family.
Yeah.
So what about, what are you talking about where she helped marriages and things?
Well, because, they'll talk to me, well, my husband doesn't do this, or
We haven't had
my
sex
wife
in a
won't do this.
year. And
I had one guy say, I haven't had sex in a. I go, well, what are you doing about it?
Yeah.
Are you calling her up in the middle of the day and saying, hey, I've been thinking about you? Or are you going home going, want to fuck? I mean, there's a big difference in how you approach your wife. When I was married, we kind of fell apart a little bit.
And what happens? You got kids
we
and
got
stuff.
kids,
Yeah.
and he's doing this, and I'm doing that. And I'm like, oh, we need some alone time. I've always said that to my kids. You need to have a date at least once a month without any kids. You bring your kids to me. And that's what I did, because it's important.
What about, so in your own marriage, that was you who did that? Because most guys sort of want to take the lead in terms of that stuff from women. And I would think, being a little older, small town, he isn't going to talk about feelings a whole lot unless you will make it okay. Unless you make it okay. You understand what I'm saying? Like, your husband may now have a very, very wonderful relationship and conversation. That any guy I know, it's got to be prodded or they got to feel very safe.
I'm just going to tell you one thing I said to my husband.
Yeah.
Stop treating me like your fuckhole.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And he just went, what?
Yeah.
That's just gross. I go, exactly.
Right.
And it changed.
Yeah.
He's a
Well,
good guy.
there's something. I'm sure he is. I mean, I'm
But
sure he's.
he's got to be told a couple of times.
Well,
Slapped,
But
foreplay.
I think there's something about, like, as an older guy myself now, you learn the importance of things like romance, or not even romance. That's not even the right word, but I don't know. There's something about getting up and getting a bottle of water in the middle of the night if you hear somebody coughing. It's just these little things really do mean a lot.
They do.
That a lot of times you're just like, yeah, shut up, and then that's where it begins to start to dissolve, right? That stuff goes away. So when people would say things to you, then I off mic, and I hope you don't mind if I bring this up, and if it is, you tell me no go.
All right.
But the sex toy thing.
Yeah.
So what happened is, then she talked to women, when's the last time you had sex? And why are you dressing like that? You're so frumpy. Like, why don't you eat healthy? Try to exercise. Maybe wear some lingerie. Have you ever given him a dance? What about buying a sex toy? What about redoing your hair? Come on, let's try something new. Get in my back room. We'll book a... When's the last time you shaved your pubic hair? Do you have a 70s bush? Let's wax you up. Get you... So...
But you start to feel better about the women, right?
Yeah.
Anybody, right?
So-
You start to feel better about yourself when you went...
She'd start coaching them, and they'd be like, "Well, I don't want to go anywhere to buy a sex toy." So she was like, got the idea. I'll start selling them, giving the advice, and next thing you know, she had a side business with the sex toys with the advice, and then she's saving marriages. And then instead of going
all
to
of
counselors,
Utica's happy.
instead of going to
There is a
counselors, they're going to
problem
her
with
salon.
Some sex toys.
What's that?
A man can't produce what a little bunny can do.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
It's that constant.
That constant thing. So if you're addicted to the little bunny,
Yeah.
Then you won't like your
then
man.
you'll always have to have that little bunny with you. And I tell them, try not to
Always use it.
always use it.
Yeah. But sometimes it can be an enhancer.
Especially if you haven't had it in a year, it's a nice way to introduce, some fun.
Right.
But she makes a good point. You don't want to get addicted to it because it'll desensitize you.
I'm surprised. You should have written a book or done some. No, seriously, because like you could have been a TV talk show.
She's
You
got
should have
a
done
lot.
Central New York. They had. You could have done what Wayne and Garth did, but really helped people. You know what I mean? The cable
She's helped a
access. I'm
lot.
sure they had
I
it in
have a
Utica.
guy who had MS,
Okay.
and he was in the war, and it was Agent Orange.
Oy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he came to me and he says, I can't, my marriage is falling apart because I can't do anything. And I go, here you go. Merry Christmas. The two of them came back in, his wife and him came back in to hug me. The two of them. Thank you for giving me our life back.
All right. So
So
how does this guy feel comfortable enough? Again, we're talking about guys. You understand what I'm saying?
this
is the guy
with personality.
It's got to be. You
She
made
gets people to open up.
to feel comfortable. But how did he know to come to you? Because word was out that you were selling the sex toys in the shop?
Yes, everybody. Sometimes I had them out there until the kids came in. Then I had to put them in my sugar room. And
My sugar room.
My sugar
So
shack.
fucking funny.
Oh, sugar shack.
So, and this, because there's another way. So you were almost like a sex therapist then as well,
Yes.
Yeah.
right?
Oh, earlier I told you about my elderly gentleman who was 79 years old, but
Yes.
I've known him for 5 years. So let's give him to 75, okay?
Okay.
And he came in and he's a swinger, and his wife had colon cancer, and she has that poop bag.
Yeah, the colostomy
She
bag,
just
right?
said, please go, just don't embarrass me. And I will always love you, but please don't embarrass me. So he went to a swinger bar, and he goes, could you sugar me? I go, why?
He's got all these stories.
Time out. So, hang on.
Yeah, 'cause
I
he
got to
wanted
figure
to
this out.
swing,
So
and
he
he
wasn't a swinger until his wife got ill.
Yes.
And then his
correct.
wife said, I can't have sex anymore.
Right.
Or I don't want to.
Yeah.
And this is bad, and I'm embarrassed. And I'm sure the colostomy bag, I remember my grandfather had one. It can be
Nasty.
Yeah.
It's not exactly sexy.
No, it's not. It could be a bit of a turnoff, I'm sure. But and so she says, go and do that. And he comes to you and says, I need you to clean me up.
Yeah, because I cut his hair.
Okay.
Also.
And he knew that.
knows that I go, they call it the torture room.
Yeah.
So I got a little sign on my room, torture room.
Is he the oldest guy you've ever done?
Yes.
An oldest person
Yes.
you've ever
Yes.
done?
Yeah.
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 And so you got them all cleaned up. And then,
And then she gets referrals, and
Wait a
she
minute.
just has so
I
many
also
clients.
told him, I said, I don't know how many women you're with,
yeah.
but you got to watch that pee-pee. Let's cover it up.
Right.
Just because you're not going to get anyone pregnant,
Right.
you can get that.
He
thing.
could. Robert De Niro just did. What do you mean?
Don't be a fool, Raptor.
Mom, you're giving bad advice.
Wow.
I actually told him to cover it up. Please.
Yes, she did. She gave him good advice. So there's a swingers bar in Utica, or was he
No,
going
it's
out
in
of
Syracuse. believe
Oh
it or
yeah,
not.
but yeah, no, I do believe that.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There was a whole. When I was in radio, they used to have a swingers magazine that went around, and couples would advertise in this magazine.
No
there was a
way.
magazine, and we used to get it at the radio station,
God.
and you would see some people, and there was a lot of 315 area code for Syracuse. Syracuse, not yeah.
Oh my God.
But there was a lot of that
Swingers
stuff.
parties are crazy too.
Whoa.
We been?
When I worked in a hotel, I was the beverage and food manager, so I had to pull my young bartender out of there because there was just some crazy shit going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to be here, but I don't want a lawsuit either.
Right.
So I had to go in and just the sheer shit that was going on there.
When I was
crazy.
doing mornings after Weiss had left CMF, and I was doing mornings with Tommy, we had a guy who would call up, and he was Scott the Swinger. He would talk all about the swinger lifestyle. So they were having a meeting in the back room of Taylor's. Remember, Taylor's was a bar.
Yes, she was there.
Okay. It was usually, I want to say, older clientele, only because it was probably people. I mean, there was probably a guy in his 70s dancing on the dance floor that night. So we go in there, and I felt like I was watching people at a zoo. You know what I mean?
You could just see it.
Well, no, because they were all swingers, so you went there to observe this. I felt a little bad. There was something about it that just didn't feel right to me. But something happened that I'll never forget. This all of a sudden, the guy who would call the radio show's wife just blows up on a guy, like starts just
Really?
screaming and like yelling at him and all this stuff. And he's a big dude, and she's getting in his face. And the guy that we're with goes, he's shaking his head. I go, what happened? Apparently, they had swung with this couple, and then she would call her husband and say, "Hey, do you mind if I meet so and so?" For a little fling on the side.
Definitely happens.
And she would always tell her husband. He told her that he was telling his wife, and he wasn't.
Oh, geez.
And she blew up when that happened. I mean, it was like it was very dramatic. It was very, very housewife-ish kind of drama. But I watched it unfold, and I felt like I was at a petting zoo, like a human petting zoo, to watch these people. It felt embarrassing.
But it's swingers with every different kind of fetish you could want. There's leather, there's whatever you want. It's like a room of just everything.
Yeah, the smell in the hallway had to be wild after that.
Smells
Just,
like-
you know what I mean? It's just
Ballroom
like
was horrible.
Yeah, it's got to be. You got to
Smells
fumigate.
like sweat and dirty ass.
Yes, exactly what it's
Oh,
got.
come on, you're remembering my motel life. We owned a motel for 30 years.
Wait, you did?
My in-laws did. Yes, it was the No-Tell Motel. I used to make up rooms.
Wow.
That's kind of nasty.
Yeah, because
But you got to do what you got to do in those small towns. They were always looking in. I
hourly-
guess it's
the hourly
entrepreneurs.
rate?
They're like, everybody always owned a business in my family.
multiple streams of
Multiple
income, but
streams of income. Yeah.
not hourly rental rates.
Oh yeah, 3 hours. It started out with no lie, $10.
I knew it.
$10
The
for
no-tell
3
motel.
hours.
$10 for 3
When
hours.
we got out of there, it was $25 for 3 hours.
15
Fine.
if you want the
And
jacuzzi room.
I would knock on that door too and say, "Get out!"
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get them out. Yeah.
Gotta
Next
turn this room over.
But
It's like
then
a
you
dinner
had to go
table.
in there. I mean, you had to wear rubber gloves. And,
Oh, it was nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We had one lady. I would nickname a lot of people.
Okay, I like
And
this.
one lady we called her Hair Lady. She would go in, she had this huge head of hair, probably all dressed up and fake looking, but
Yeah.
they were pigs. They ate like food all over the place. Like they had an orgy of food.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Was she a hooker?
I don't know. She
Yeah.
was a big lady, but
Yeah.
we called her Hair Lady. Then I had a guy I called him Pot Man. And unfortunately, he ended up killing his wife, and he never came in again. So there goes my pot man.
He's getting the hourly rate.
Was he
of
the
a bitch.
supplier?
He's getting the hourly rate in the prison.
Wait,
now.
we got to tell the story.
About you sitting
No,
next to
about
Pot
the
Man.
killer that came to the salon for the haircut.
Oh, Jesus.
This is crazy. So
Well, that's not nice, though. Poor
it's
Linda.
terrible. It is terrible,
We
but
did have a lady get killed at the Davis Motel.
good thing she's nice to people. I don't. Yeah. So the killer comes in and you cut his hair, and he
He didn't have a shirt on.
didn't have a shirt. So she's like, "Honey, let me give you a shirt."
'Cause
This
he
is
said-
right after he killed his wife?
No.
no.
This
Oh.
is before. So
This is
this is
another
right
story.
before he
Had
does
to
the
look good to
murder.
do it.
Because he's like in town.
Gotta look
I don't
good to
know.
do it.
So my mom cuts his hair, gives him a shirt. The shirt she gives him is Rich and I's wedding shirt because we had a mechanical bull, and it said like, "You've been bucked from Rich and Stephanie's wedding," and that's all she had in the back of her car.
And then it's in his mug shot. No, sorry.
Yeah.
What?
So-
It was?
No.
Like, freak me out.
She gives the guy the what? I think we were divorced at the time. That's probably why she's like, "Who gives a shit?" You
Yeah,
know.
well-
And then was it the next day or that same day?
The next day.
The next thing. So she was kind to this hurting person. That you could have gotten murdered. It's so sad. And then half a mile down the road, he kills someone that owns she
It
owns
was at the tavern.
It's
the
so
bar.
sad.
Yeah.
We have a bar, Skylar Tavern.
Yeah.
Talk about you never know when someone's on the verge of explosion.
What's up?
Sometimes
It's
you
just
just
an
need-
oddity for someone to walk in with no shirt on.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
because it was kind of cold.
He could have
out,
been
so.
looking for
Yeah.
a fight. You never know.
Right.
Looking for an argument.
Yeah.
He said he jumped out of the window of one of the motel rooms, and we had that happen before, so I believed him.
Yeah. Did you offer to wax his shoulders or anything? Do you do a lot of men's backs and
Yes,
stuff?
I do.
Yeah, I would assume
Backs,
that's
chest.
that's probably
Butts.
more popular. Butts too.
Oh yeah.
But you want to do your butt?
no,
we can
wait.
film your
No,
sound.
Well, you know what? There's
I have a very furry manure shooter. Very furry.
Now, when she's done with it, you won't be.
No, but it would just gross and it would
I
be
do
very
the
painful.
dingleberries too. You
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
put it on?
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
you don't
sure.
want hair
No,
there.
you don't. No. But you get and so you get in all that stuff.
She gets in
Do you
nook
have
and
had to
cranny.
see some of the grossest pieces of human body?
The different vagina styles? I had no clue.
What are you
And
talking about?
Tell them about the vagina styles.
Oh, come on, guys, you don't know. Yes, you know there's innies and
Yes,
outies.
yes,
okay.
yes, yeah, yeah,
That got
yeah.
me nervous.
No,
for
no,
that.
no, no,
But
no.
I do have women that ask me, "Am I normal?"
Am I normal?
Yeah, they'll
And I'm
say
like,
that.
I don't know. You know, you got an innie or you got an outie. What does
Yeah.
that mean? You know, they don't even know the difference.
Sure.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know how women are in locker rooms. Like guys were just,
Yeah, but it's you got to really be looking to see an innie or outie.
Yes, you do.
Notice.
Right. And a lot of times
Quick
you're not staring,
change
but
and,
like,
you know,
as
and
a-
usually you have your underwear on.
Well, the girls' locker room in high school had individual stalls
Yeah.
for
And
showers.
curtains.
And
Yeah.
curtains.
And curtains.
We had just one big room with shower heads. We would pee on each other. We didn't. It was awful. But no one. But so you were very used to seeing everybody, and it didn't. Now, I think back at a certain age, I don't know. It wasn't when I was in school, but I heard about swim classes naked in public schools.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
What?
Yeah.
I
People
gotta
were
say no.
swimming naked. The boys.
Back in the 60s.
Boys separated from the girls.
Why? Always were naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But boys, I don't think they
That
had them.
is
They
bizarre. I
weren't.
don't
They
think
weren't
the
co-ed.
girls were- no.
No, they didn't have them co-ed, but it would be like gym class.
Who would swim
Yeah.
naked? That's so weird.
Yeah.
Y
like-
did. Everybody swam naked at
What?
the Y.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Utica.
Yeah. And
Ask your
Did
father.
not know
I
that.
think-
Where you were conceived.
I think it's a. I think
No,
it's.
I was Labor Day weekend.
You know that for certain. All right.
I asked.
But yeah, I asked.
I
Who
did.
asks
I
that?
did.
Why?
Who
I
asked
said,
you?
was
Just do the
I memorable?
math.
Did you make me on purpose? Do I have? And she said,
Yes.
yes, honey, you were a Labor Day weekend party.
All right, well, there
and
you go.
we decided to have a child.
Yeah.
My father had a heart attack, so we had nothing to do but sit home and wait for phone calls because we didn't have cell phones.
Right.
So hello.
They decided, let's make a baby. Life's too short, and I was made.
Yeah. And now, did he survive the heart attack?
Yes, he
So he got to meet you and all that. That's wonderful,
Oh, yeah.
right? That's great. That's I just never would have asked.
Come on, are you shocked?
Well,
Do
no,
the
because
math.
I always figure that out on people.
Hey, just
Yeah, I
figure out the
figure-
math.
Yeah. Go
Yes,
back.
my father always goes, "Yeah, you were the honeymoon. It was right after that. It was right there." Well, I was like, hey,
My birthday's September 30th, so what was I? New Year's Eve.
yeah, right. That's right. This is my brother was early September, so yeah, and I think he was about 2 weeks
People
late.
can come early or late.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, you can, but I'm thinking he was more like Christmas, maybe a little before. Right. Yeah. My parents were teachers, so they would. I didn't know. Yeah, so they would get snow days. It was back then where you had to listen to the radio to find out, right? And so my father would say to me once in a while, we would go try to run into the room, say, "Hey, our school is closed," because they worked in different districts. And the door would be locked. Years later, I remember my father going, "What do you think we were doing in there?" And the door was locked.
What would they say?
And,
like, we got to go fold
Yep,
laundry.
we know you guys are got school. No, it would be early in the morning, so everybody's still be in bed. But we would go running in to go, yeah, we got no school. We heard it on the radio. But the door would be like, you'd be like running full speed and like hit the door trying to open the knob. And then he said to me, like, what do you think we were doing in there? And I just never thought of snow days
Playing
the same
Parcheesi.
again. Never again. Ever again. So waxing, I'm still stuck on this 78-year-old guy going to a swingers bar. That's pretty brave of him.
And he said the girls like it with nothing on it.
Yeah.
So he told me that. So
And
he
now
says,
he's a
"Get over
client
here."
on
Yeah.
repeat.
He's on repeat. Yeah. How often do you have to go if you're getting waxed?
I usually do everyone about 4 weeks. Some people are 6 weeks. After a while of doing them for 28 years, they hardly have any hair. So I'm just in there kind of
Yeah, just maintenance.
talking.
So what do you think of, because I know that laser became a thing.
Yes.
Yeah. But
I did send a girl that drove an hour and a half up to see me,
yeah.
and I wasn't getting any further with her. So I said, why don't you try lasering? So she's down in Oneonta, so she's getting lasering, and believe it or not, her hair is still not staying away.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, so I said, I feel bad. You're driving 3 hours round trip for 15 minutes,
Yeah.
you know.
It's a tough ass vajayjay right there.
Yeah, her hair don't
That thing will kill you.
I think you should, you know, Irish people have thicker cuticles in their hair.
Yep.
You pull that hair out, and they're bleeding.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm Irish. I don't want to.
I can't do it. She did it on my
Wait.
legs.
The waxing?
Yeah, when I
Yeah.
was, I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
One day, Mother's Day, she didn't wish me a happy Mother's Day.
And
Come on,
she's like,
Stephanie, I need to
I think it's-
practice legs.
Oh, I was screaming. The other girls in the salon said, Sue, you can't be sugaring your daughter in the salon. You're scaring the clients away. I was like, I don't like it. I don't want to do it. I'll just shave every
Don't
day.
wish me a happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I can even.
Well, that is pretty tough. That's a bad one, Steph. How do you not do that to your mom?
I don't know. I probably forgot.
Well, during COVID, I was watching my granddaughter and my grandson, and I said, come here, Kaylee, I want to try this on your legs. She was so hairy. The first rip was just, it was horrible. She screamed, Sue, I'm never going to talk to you again.
How old is this kid?
She was, what, COVID? Maybe
10?
she's 10 years old.
All right, a little hairy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she
Hairy
doesn't
legs.
feel the pain on her body. She can wax her armpits or everything, and not even flinching. So she forgets
You
that.
do your own?
I
did,
doesn't even
yeah.
flinch. And other people like, so she
Yeah.
forgets that it's painful for
Yeah.
other people. Like,
I-
you're hairy? Let me clean you up.
I was doing some TV stuff for a while. I did my eyebrows, and that was about all I could handle.
I tear up even from my eyes.
Yeah, I tear up. I think I even had a sneezing fit because you
Yeah,
connect.
it feels
yeah,
funny. I don't like it.
That's so all of that. What's the name of the salon?
The Cutting Edge.
The Cutting Edge.
Do you remember the hockey?
But it's closing.
No.
She's retiring.
The hockey movie was filmed in Utica. The Cutting Edge.
Oh.
Yeah, they had everybody when I was
don't know
so
that one.
1976 is when the movie was produced because a couple of us graduated and sat in the
Oh, how cool!
place,
yeah.
while they were filming it.
And so you open the cutting. So you own the Cutting Edge.
yes,
Yes.
I do.
Yes. And So
Yeah.
what?
But
You're not
she's
going to sell it?
retiring.
My daughter sold our business, and the guy's kicking me out.
Because
For real?
they're living in. They're going to live in Texas. They are going to be snowbirds. So how?
Oh, you're
can
going to split your time?
Yeah, but now she's thinking of flying back and forth maybe every 5 weeks to do her sugaring. So
I do know
Or I
that.
could
I
do
do know
people
that
on the
movie.
beach. You know,
Yeah,
I
you
Go
could.
there. It's
Yeah,
like,
where in
So-
Texas are you going?
Padre Island.
Yeah, that's
But
nice.
it's North Padre, so
Okay.
it'd be Corpus Christi.
Yeah. Oh, Corpus Christi, I hear, is really, really beautiful. I've never been, but I remember friends
Padre
of mine
Island
do. Well,
is-
Padre Island, I remember from MTV Spring Break, and
That's
friends of
South
mine go,
Padre.
yeah, they all went there. That's the only way I knew Padre
we have a
Island.
free place. we can pop on down.
That's what you want. All right, we'll take a moment. When we come back, I got to tell you about Kevin and I went to an event last night, and I thought it went horribly. I'll play you some of the audio.
Oh, no.
No, it went horribly. We'll get to that next. But first, the Connors and Ferris Law Firm focuses on 3 types of law: workers' comp, Social Security disability, and personal injury. If you find yourself hurt on the job, you need to call the Connors and Ferris team at 262-COMP. They understand the complexities of workers' compensation claims, dealing with insurance companies, dealing with employers, and most importantly, the legal system. All of that is extremely stressful and takes over your life. That's why you call the team at Connors and Ferris. 262-COMP. Connors and Ferris will advocate for your rights and strive to secure the benefits and compensation you deserve. But most importantly, you're going to have peace of mind. Peace of mind because you have a team by your side advocating for you and giving you the attention you deserve. So don't let worry or stress take over your life. Just know you made the smart choice and contacted Connors and Ferris at 262-COMP. Connors and Ferris have offices in New York City, Syracuse, Rochester, and Buffalo. They are committed to serving you better and only a quick call away at 262-COMP. Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
Jimmy Z's Plates and Shakes, celebrating 20 years. Main Street, Brockport. PlatesandShakes.com.
Mac of all trades, because you need a gift for yourself this holiday season. That gift would be the call to 585-202-9218. And you say, I have a list. It's a naughty list of things I didn't get done. The window is drafty. I need it fixed. The bathroom door not closing properly. I got a leaky faucet. I got a problem with the washing machine going from the hose from the house into the washing. It's just, I can't get to it all. Mac of all trades to the rescue. Well, even if it's something bigger, you got electrical issues. Sometimes there are just certain things. I'll say this. You know what a man does? A man knows his limitations, especially when it comes to home improvement stuff. If you don't like messing with electrical, Mac can handle that. Mac can handle a full kitchen remodel, full bathroom remodel. 585-202-9218. It may be the best gift you give yourself the entire year. 585-202-9218. Maybe the best gift you get this holiday season. You can also find them online at macofalltrades.net.
BTB's wood-fired pizza and grill in the Mall at Grease Ridge with $10 large pizzas every Tuesday and Friday.
Toronto Dental with my friend Dr. Eduardo Toronto. If you have not been to a dentist, please go see Dr. Toronto. You don't need to be embarrassed, but you do need to take care of your oral health care. They're going to make you feel very comfortable. They use state-of-the-art technology, services that are safe and effective for everyone, and they're going to explain everything they're doing to you. They're going to educate you on all your options, and you ultimately choose the treatment that's right for you. But again, your oral health care is so important. Please go see my friend Dr. Eduardo Toronto. Toronto Dental, 442-1900, and online at torontodental.com.
I like pleasure spiked with pain, and music is my aeroplane. It's my aeroplane.
I crashed the aeroplane last night.
Yes, you did.
Woo! Woo!
Easy there, Salino.
Yeah, this was so last night I asked Kevin, I said, hey, you want to come out? This guy had written me a long time ago and said, would you come out to the Fireman Exempt Club in Spencerport? We're having our bourbon and beef dinner. We'll feed you. You get steak and all. And he goes, I just want you to walk around. And you just roast people. You just kind of like that. And so I said, yeah, all right, no problem. And then I didn't really respond back to him, and I'm waiting. And as it gets closer, so I end up talking to him on the phone, and he's like, listen, we're not politically correct. Feel free to say anything. These guys are great. They're going to blah, blah, blah. And so I took that to heart. I took that to heart, but I shouldn't have. And it was kind of one of these things where I was trying to get there early enough that I could sort of read the room and see how people were.
But was Kevin late?
No, Kevin was right on time. I was a little earlier than I had intended. And I'm talking to some of the people, and some people were asking me about my days in radio and this and that and the podcast, and so
Some great mullets too.
Everything's going on, and it seems to be going fine. And most of the people had a personality and were ball busters a little bit, But again, I'm sort of an outsider, and my thing would be, if you were going to do anything, my advice would be a little more self-deprecating in your humor, right? Do things that would be kind of playing on how weak you are and how great they are, kind of thing. Which even that sounds a little too over the top. But what I'm saying is these are all first responders, a lot of these guys. Spencerport is volunteer, but a lot of the volunteer guys are firemen in the city,
Retired
or they're firemen
city,
in Greece, which is the largest suburb outside of, I think, Long Island, is Greece, New York. And so there's a lot that they deal with on a daily basis. And to try to highlight that, and I didn't exactly do that. They told me there was one guy named Gomer, and Gomer was a great sport. Gomer was cool. I think this is a little audio.
Today is Veterans Day.
So far we're doing good.
Here. Gentlemen, if you are a veteran, would you mind standing? Men and women who have served over the years, thank you.
All right, so now we're off to a good start. Things are going great. That got them on my side. Very good. Very good. And then I think I even...
Take us to the next step.
If we can have just a moment of silence before we have dinner.
They asked me for a moment of silence before dinner, but they didn't turn the music off, so Tom Petty's singing Free. Like, you hear that free falling? Right there.
Telling us we're free. So.
I said Tom Petty's telling us we're free.
2 for 2.
That works. Okay, so far so good. Everything's going well.
A little bit of a flop there.
Yeah, it's okay.
Lon is here from the American
Legion.
I know there's some people here from the American Legion.
I should have just stuck to Lon and his whiskey, but I didn't.
The head of the American Legion, Gomer.
Okay, now let me pause that there. I think Gomer is an older guy, and he had waxed the tips of his mustache so they were up and curled.
Look like Raleigh Fingers.
Raleigh Fingers, who used to be a pitcher in Major League Baseball, did the same thing. And I had said to Gomer, and he said, I've been wanting to meet you for a while, and he and I talked, and I said something to him, boy, I bet you had a lot of ladies ride that mustache. Privately, I said that to him. Privately. Good-looking older guy. And he goes, not in a long time. Well, I took that to this.
East side. I heard the west side was stuck in the 80s. Then I met Gomer, and with that mustache, you're from 1920.
They all laughed at that, right? They were liking it. Okay. Now, here we go.
I said to Gomer, I want to sniff your mustache. He goes, there's not a lady that wrote it in a while.
I want to sniff your mustache.
We're
still going good. We're still going.
Good.
All right, right there, we were going good. That was great.
That's where we should have just cut dates, and here comes dinner.
All right, time for dinner, folks. That's my time. But I didn't.
You're late.
I told a joke that I should not have told. I I warn anybody, if you have to ask permission to tell a joke, don't do the joke. Just don't. Remember where we are, what the year is, and all that stuff. It was on the line, I will admit. But I like walking the line in life, and I like having a little bit of fun. This is you'll hear the tail end of the joke. I will not repeat the joke because I just figured after last night's response I probably shouldn't, but you'll hear this.
You're late. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, that sound. There's a lot of,
That's not okay.
No. That's embarrassing.
All right.
How do you perform after that?
Well, I mean, I've done this a long time. I mean, here's the thing. I have no real nerve endings. But what I will tell you is that as I've gotten older, my whole thing in life has been to bust balls, but I don't like to hurt people. I don't. I really don't.
Want the, oh.
Well, the uhs,
Not every joke's a winner.
I'm okay with the uhs, but if I really, if somebody was deeply offended by that, well, I don't want to be that guy. That's not who I am as a person, and I don't want you to leave with that impression. But I went further.
Oh, Greece.
So I thought somebody said priest. And they said, no, Greece. And then this is where it got.
Somebody said priest. Wait, is there some people, who's in charge of the Greece Fire Department? Used to be in charge of the Greece Fire Department.
He's right here.
Right here. This is Merritt Ron's buddy, wasn't it? No, I'm kidding.
Now, Merritt Ron was the police chief in Greece. Here's what I would say to these guys today. Thank you, and I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that I brought somebody up who really brought disgrace on what you did, right? You sort of became the laughing stock. And all these guys, the fire chief and everybody else, they put their ass in the line. My grandfather was a New York City fireman. He was living in the Bronx, and he was a fireman out of a station down there. These guys are the ones who are the first to accidents and do all this and really are solid citizens. One bad apple seems to spoil the bunch when you look at our first responders or anybody in authority, right? I mean, we all of a sudden lump everybody in. Well, that whole department's bad. There was one or two or three people that really brought shame on it. I thought it was sort of funny. They clearly did not. And I just want to know, I'm going to play a little bit more, and then I'll tell you what happened at the table.
What happened there?
Now I'm like uncomfortable. I'm trying. I don't even know what that.
It's like a Trump press conference.
Psycho.
I knew that was a bad.
What's the clown going to say next?
So one guy, the chief is sitting at one round table and his buddy's at the other. And when I went to sit down, the guy who was playing music from the Drinking Class Heroes was there, and he was sitting at our table, and he said, yeah. One guy turned around and said, are you ready to go? And when I went back to the tape, it was exactly what I remembered. He meant ready to go like they would get up and beat me up. That's what he meant. No. This guy thought he meant like they were ready to go, like they were going to leave the dinner.
Oh,
no, they weren't going to leave the dinner. These guys were, I think, ready to literally kick my...
you?
Yeah, I think they would have wanted to punch me. I really do.
Oh,
and I was not ever my intention at all. And that's why... So I tried to apologize.
Uh-oh, was that bad?
So this lady has a look on her face as I walk by, but I can't keep my mouth. I don't know what to do now in this moment. Like I should have gone to I tried to do a stock joke. My whole timing was off and everything. I had a joke about a vineyard where everybody starts to go to a wine tasting and they all use those words they've never used before. They all start trying to sound smart, like, is this the oaky? Yeah. Is this the oaky? And they're walking around, and then they start telling you the things you taste in it, right? And the person tells you, do you taste...
Lemongrass.
Lemongrass.
Cat's pee.
You got it. Do you taste lemongrass? There's a little lemongrass. Do you taste... Oh, and the Asian
Cherries.
pear. Do you taste the Asian pear? Oh, and I remember being there going, your palate's so good. Not only can you tell me the fruit, but the continent it's from. It's kind of a funny joke. And then I say, I toured the vineyard. I have not seen an Asian or a pear on the entire vineyard. I think okay.
So you're going to do a cute
but that was just fine. I couldn't even get through that because my head was kind of like, I'm going, these guys are going to jump me. I really, just that one name.
Good thing you know how to box.
I was hoping.
But even there, all I was going to do was this. Whoop, whoop. All right, time to go. And, and then with two of them, who knows?
Well, Was it that bad? All right, I apologize.
Now, this is the second time I've apologized.
All right, well, we're going to... I didn't mean to make anybody uncomfortable.
Okay, now I've made people uncomfortable. Oh, yeah, these are all these murmurs. So I go back to the guy with the
I
mustache.
got a little uncomfortable. I didn't mean to do that.
No, okay, this is how many times have I said this?
I know. Your face says it all. Yeah, you're looking at me like...
The lady
oh my
goes,
God.
"You need to tone it down."
All right, I will tone it down.
Tone it down a little bit.
I will
Tone it down, honey.
Go back to Gomer for a second.
Gomer, the Walmart version of Sam Elliott.
Gomer.
See, I wanted to do that. I wanted Gomer to say what, beef, it's what's for dinner, like all this shit, but I couldn't do anything. I was like, oh, no, like they all hate
Your
me.
dinner and your appetizers are going to come out in a few
That's it. Your dinner and your appetizers are coming out. Thanks a lot, folks. Good night.
I think my favorite part of the entire time was during dinner.
Yeah.
When you pop the microphone back out again. I just want to apologize again. Let's give it up for the girls' Spencerport soccer team.
Yeah, they
going
went
to
to
States
States
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's get a round of applause for them.
Did anybody?
50-50 tickets are still available.
Oh.
Amen.
Amen. But I didn't go running out of there. I mean, look, I figured I made the, I stuck my foot in my mouth. What am I going to do? Right?
I like how you're owning it.
Well,
Admirable.
I'm a big believer in life, no matter what happens, because I could sit here and go, well, the guy told me that joke was okay. If you gotta ask, the joke's not okay, and nothing that happens to you is anybody else's fault but your own, no matter what it is. Even if it's shit that you just don't, it came out of the, no, it didn't come out of the blue. It came out of the oblivion. You were oblivious to shit going on. You're not tuned in somewhere to some stuff. I sincerely believe
powerful.
that. And
Don't you believe everybody is so sensitive?
Well, see,
I mean, everybody, you can't say that the comedians cannot be
No.
comedians. Everyone's
No.
like,
Yeah.
offended by
yes,
everything.
right.
It's crazy.
But I think that I could have brought them back had I gone over to the guys who were there was like two tables of, and then some of these gentlemen were older and probably had seen war, like real war, not that Afghanistan or anything wasn't, but it wasn't war like Vietnam.
Oh, geez,
that
don't
was
take the whole
no, I know, that's not what I'm saying. But
Abort, Bill.
But what I was going to say,
Well done.
What I was going to say to these guys was, you guys have seen some of the worst of humanity. You served in wartime. What's harder, war or marriage? And I think that would have laughed. It would have gotten a laugh, I'm sure, because you're talking older people. It's simple, quick joke, just on the fly. That's what I needed to do. But once I asked it, and I was doing that, it was going well. Even with the grown joke, I could have brought him back. Then I asked about one specific human being that I didn't realize.
Oh no!
And
Even my asshole puckered when he said it.
But if I had stopped,
wasn't sugaring it.
No, it was not sugaring. There was no
That
sugar
was a hairy
involved.
fucker.
but if I had stopped to think about it, I would have gone, yeah, that guy brought disgrace to everybody in a uniform in that town who really, really busted their ass to make things right. And I always found the humor in that story. I'm going, this is the most bizarre story of the time that it was happening with all of these different, but it was three individuals. But that feels like we've painted an entire department with,
They really don't like
behavior.
that guy, so they're.
Well, no, and I shouldn't. But I didn't realize that, and it was, gosh, it had to be 15 years ago at least.
They've been through, I think, at least 3 chiefs. Since.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'll tell you this: it was Todd Baxter, who's now the sheriff of our county, who went and actually restored respect, if that's the right word, to that department. And he really did a nice job. But it was, honestly, they had great people in there. I just didn't realize. And man, I thought this guy was going to get up and just start swinging. He's a big old wiry guy. An older gentleman who keeps the flat top, you don't fuck with those guys.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you know what I
Bill,
mean? What is it? It's like you just
I have
don't.
a few of those guys.
Do you ever
Yeah.
feel like this
Not
will
messing
affect
with
my
them.
career, my business?
No.
Do you have ever? Does that ever? affect
No,
your
I
mind?
don't, because I think that I don't think anybody ever really thinks that much about us. I don't think other people really think that much, that deeply into things. You know what I mean? First of all, I'm not on terrestrial radio anymore. You got to do a little more work to find the podcast. Okay. I hope you do. I hope your friends do. I would love for more people to hear it, but I know the barriers to what I'm doing these days. And I think most of those people probably aren't they're not going to boycott my podcast because I did something. I don't even think they were that offended. I think that it was just in that moment, one guy was, and everybody else is like, oh shit, he's really pissed. And so they weren't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because even afterwards, I sat at the bar for a while. Because
I would say 90% of the room was fantastically entertained by you.
Yeah,
there was 5 or 6 people. Wife number 3 was one of them. That just was like not
one guy who was on wife number 3. Yeah, she was
trophy wife number 3.
Well, I'm not saying that. That did not come out of my mouth.
Out of my mouth. I'll own it.
I don't need these people coming to find me again. But they were all fine. They were all fine in the end. But that's what you do if you I figure this way. Most people, now I'm not a comedian. I love doing it, but I'm not a comedian by, the standards. But I always think, to your point, Sue, most people become a comedian to say whatever they want.
Always.
And I think the comedians today, some of them, I would even put in I would classify them as almost philosophers, modern day philosophers. I think that a lot of what Chappelle says is real commentary on society. That's very intelligently done.
Yes.
Yeah, really, really well done. I think Bill Burr does great commentary on society, and it's well thought out. If you watch his Red Rock special where he talks about abortion and how torn he is about it, I think it's something that most people can really relate to.
Same.
Yeah. Right, because
exactly to the T.
I mean, I caught a piece on like the CBS Sunday Morning Show. I think it was a retired guy who was the head of it. I forget what he was, but he was something high up where he had to write policy and things. And he said, "Look, when it comes to abortion, there really can't be. It should be somebody's choice, because if you're going to outlaw it, well, I hope you're making services available for people who are going to be raising kids without." Certain parents, right? Or helping a young woman who's now got to raise a child at 16 years old who has no ability to do that. So it was an interesting commentary, and I just think sometimes the comedians are kind of like that today.
They can talk about stuff that people are afraid
you
of.
got
saying
it, exactly, and
Bring
put a
some
little
light.
humor to it,
Humor
right?
and light.
And that's the thing. I just didn't do that last night. But Kevin, he was so excited. He was so excited to be there to see that go down.
I'm glad you recorded
I told him at one point
he
last night.
recorded it and sent it to me.
I told him at one point last night, I resigned as the head writer of Bill Moran Productions at this point after that shit.
I didn't
All right.
write that.
We'll take a moment. I know that one of the things you like to do is sometimes scare people, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you get that from your mom?
No.
Did
Absolutely
she do it to you?
Everybody likes to scare me.
Okay.
I'm a big chicken.
You got a good reaction? But see, you don't seem like you're an easy scare to me.
Oh, yeah.
And you've seen some scary shit. I mean, literally.
Windows, like somebody peeking in the window. Or,
Yeah.
Even my father did that to me.
To startle
My
him.
bed was underneath the window, and they
Yeah.
She doesn't like scary stuff.
Well, there was a Halloween thing that I found that went a little bad for people. We'll get into it.
I got to
next.
tell you about my Halloween,
I
too.
can't
next.
wait.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
I got to make a reel about it.
But
That
first,
was nuts.
if you're heading to a Bills game this year, you may want to just keep Circu and Circu in your phone at 585-385-2510. I kid, kind of. I really do think that if you ever need a defense attorney for any reason, that is the only one you should call, 585-385-2510. They're located in Pittsford, but they serve all of Western New York and beyond. And you can even reach them by email through their secure contact page at circulaw.com. Look, if you've been charged with DWI or maybe accused of a crime you didn't knowingly commit, 585-385-2510. They've litigated criminal cases of pretty much every scenario you can imagine at Circu and Circu. And all their consultations are held in the highest confidence, and they're going to do everything in their power to ensure that you are not deprived the justice you deserve. That's the most important part. Circu Law, 585-385-2510, or through their secure contact page at circulaw.com.
Iron Smoke Distillery, the internationally acclaimed New York State farm distillery at ironsmokedistillery.com.
Manscaped, because every man knows how scary it can be when you're going for a close shave below the belt. That's why I trust Manscaped for all my sensitive areas. You go to Manscaped and you're going to find the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. Love this. It is the 5th generation trimmer. It features 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads. You get the standard one, take a little off the top, and a new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. Now, I want to just say to you, I've been watching this show on HBO Max. It's a British dating show. It's called Naked Attraction. It's where people are completely naked, and they're judged on their body parts. And they first bring from your feet up to your waist the screen, so no one can see your face yet. They can just see everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. There's a couple of guys that could use some help. Manscaped. I'm trying to find their names and go, listen, go to manscaped.com. Take care of that. Use the code BILL20 and use the code BILL20 and you get 20% off and free shipping with the code BILL20. 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. I laugh because I can only imagine, like, maybe they would be insulted, but I'm telling you, just when that screen only comes up waist high, you get to see some stuff and you go, man, fellas, Manscaped at manscaped.com. 20% off with the code BILL20. Leo's, the official bakery, deli, and cafe of Billified. I want you to bring home a Leo's pumpkin log for your Thanksgiving Day celebration. Maybe pick up a couple. That way you have them. Because family's usually around for a couple of days before or after Thanksgiving. It's nice just to have on. They taste so good. It's a Leo's flavorful pumpkin cake rolled up with cream cheese filling, and it's perfect for your holiday feast. Bake fresh for you and your family only from Leo's. Plus, pick up dinner for quick and easy to go meals from Leo's Cafe or Deli. I got chicken French the other day. Delicious. What's the best thing about Leo's? Everything on Dispatch Drive in East Rochester, open every day.
This could be Stephanie's story or the Fireman's Exempt Club last night. Either or.
All right. I even sent the guy an apology. I go, look, I don't want anybody to be that upset with me, you know? But man, I'll tell you what, it makes me want to go do more comedy again. There is even something about where they turn on you a little bit. I kind of love that.
It a little bit?
Well, it's a little sadomasochist, isn't it? But there is something to me that I have always thought that comedy is the purest art form, because in a play, if you flub, someone can cover your line. In a band, someone could, you know, as the drummer back there, you could just get a little loud or do something. If you bomb, it is just you and a microphone, and man, it's awesome. It is awesome. It's sometimes I have seen guys completely just shit the bed, and I go, it's amazing. And I've seen guys do it and pull it back,
which is cool.
And that's really cool too. I go, that to me is, you know,
I will write you the roadmap. The roadmap to the promised land.
Showed you. We're playing that because Stephanie has a very funny story we'll get to in just a moment. But Halloween, I saw this and I go, you know, I remember Stephanie talking about scaring people and enjoying scaring. Do you ever scare Mike?
No.
Who, by the way, I didn't go to your Halloween party, but everybody raved about what a great guy that is.
Oh, he's solid.
Yeah.
Told you.
No, I know. No, I didn't.
I didn't care for him.
Oh, yeah, right.
No, but Danny and Kevin and others were all going, yeah, man, great guy, really cool. And I was like, all right, that's good. I'm better off not going to that party from what I heard.
Oh, that girl.
From what I heard, I
think my favorite part of her party was me checking IDs at Tin Cup Social?
He went down to yeah. Did you know he stepped in and started asking people for?
I was by his side.
I was trying to collect covers.
He's trying $10, please, ID. I'm like, I shit you not. He was doing that.
That's pretty funny.
How much money did you make?
$0.
Yeah, but then he's like, yeah, you're cute. You can get in for free.
Did you say that?
Something like that.
Until they went around to the side and then they got stopped again for a cover?
Jesus.
No, they were doing covers out front. They were checking IDs and covers. There was no cover.
Oh.
They were just checking IDs. Like,
so you said no cover.
Yeah, I'm secondary.
Very funny.
Oh, that is
Tin
very
Cup
funny.
would be pissed if they need.
The bouncer called me on it. He's like, have at it. Have fun.
Oh, my God.
I used to film my middle son, and I would pop out of everywhere and scare him. And he would, Yeah, and I think if I tried to go back and find some of the stuff on YouTube, and I couldn't find it, but I used to scare the shit out of him. He would get so mad at me. Dad, come on, cut it out. It's ridiculous. Well, this couple at Halloween decided that they were going to do a prank on the kids.
New tonight, 12 News has the 911 call from a Halloween clown prank in West Bend that police say went too far.
Too far.
There's a clown inside, like an actual clown inside the house right now.
Do you know who it is?
No.
Or is there anybody else inside with him?
My friend's parents.
Okay.
Just get here as fast as you can.
Okay. Imagine being this little kid thinking that your friend's parents are inside. Yeah. Inside with a clown. So the clown comes in. They don't know. It's not like the dad because dad's there. It's not the mom because mom's there as well. And this is some kid who's at this party calling 911, freaking out. You can hear they have to be about 11.
My friend's parents.
Okay.
Just get here as fast as you can, please.
Police say they responded to a frantic 911 call Saturday night on Decker Drive as a home invasion in progress.
Okay,
Police say the homeowner had a family member enter the home dressed as a clown to scare a group of teenagers.
Okay. Sounds kind of funny, right? I mean, can you see it?
Yes.
Come on.
Unfortunately,
We
sounds
did
like
that.
something we would do, Bill.
My neighbor and I did that
Stephanie,
this
can
year.
you dress up for me?
Come in as a psycho. One of those knives that goes back into the handle.
There was a house we went to this year that they had somebody sitting outside, my neighbor and I both knew the guy was going to jump. So we just sent the kids.
Yeah.
Just go, guys. It's cool. Just go.
And the guy
they
jumped.
scared the living shit out of him. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it is kind of funny with kids. It is. As long as they don't hurt themselves running away, that's when you feel bad. All of a sudden there's a twisted ankle or there's just some kind of emergency room, Bill. Now you got to deal with that.
And then the one kid that wouldn't go up after everything was done, they're like, did you want a bag of candy? We feel bad that we made you guys scared.
At one point, the parent gets on the phone.
We're okay. We're just playing a joke. Sorry they called you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they called 911.
Well, I didn't know my daughter had a friend on the phone. I'm sorry.
I didn't know my daughter's
Police
friend.
cited the 40-year-old homeowner for disorderly conduct. In a statement to 12 News, police say the department recognizes this was intended to be a Halloween prank, but the investigating officer believed it was carried too far when the parent involved didn't put an end to the joke before 911.
Blow me. Stop.
Yeah, that's what they say.
That's stupid.
It is, but you learn your lesson. You're not doing that shit again.
That's
I know. It
waste
does
of time.
Well, but the
right
thing
now.
is, but on the other side of it, it's like a waste of their resources, right? They send somebody out because they think
You know
something's
what?
going on.
Years ago, nobody could call.
Right.
They had to be in a house to come make a phone call.
Yeah.
Now everybody's got a phone.
Everybody does.
And it's like this.
Yes. And that's the bad thing, too, because I always go, you know what everybody has really in their pocket is a TV station.
Yes.
You do anything. And you don't even know how much you're on camera these days, right? The Ring doorbell? I mean, is that what this is from?
It's from
I'm sorry. I didn't even think of that. As we're talking, it just popped into my head that it's a Ring doorbell. But you're on camera so often. Like, I think there's some guy who just recently is accused of killing his wife, and they think they found surveillance video of him getting rid of the body.
Oh, for God's sake.
But, yeah, but it's like some backwoods, right? The guy's off some beaten path. And there happened to be maybe a trail cam. Yeah. I mean, you just never know.
Going back to the beginning of the show, didn't the podcast in general, that Idaho killer, wasn't that all that discovered on video and ring camera?
It was ring camera from other people, yeah.
Other people's houses.
Yeah, other people's houses.
Car and everything.
And now they're saying that it's going to be really hard to convict him, even with the DNA.
Really?
Yeah, there was some headline. I didn't read the article, but
Really?
Yeah, that's disturbing. Right, but yes, the point is that like nowadays, and sometimes you can get goaded. Like if I were a kid in modern world, you don't think I'd try to get a substitute teacher to lose it on me or lose it on somebody, and then we could film it and then like laugh our asses off, put it on Snapchat. It'd be the greatest thing in the world.
Oh,
you could have their head exploding. You know what I mean? You could do all this stuff. Right. But at the same time,
at the same time, you got Clyde Savannah, the other side of the spectrum, where they're taping stuff.
Yeah. Well, did you hear about that?
No.
So in Clyde Savannah, there's been a horrible case where a couple of seniors on the football team, the team had gone 8-0 and they were playing for their league championship. They held down a freshman on the varsity team and sodomized him with like a broomstick.
Allegedly.
While other kids filmed it. And
That's terrible.
One kid showed it to his grandfather, and the grandfather called police, and they've done a whole investigation.
You're
and I
giving me
think
goosebumps. That's disgusting.
it is disgusting, and I think it was a lot of, I'm sure, attention against small town, right? So everybody knows everybody, and it's pretty bad. Yeah, pretty bad. But Stephanie, what happened on your?
So
I did see on your, what was it? Your story?
it was my
No
story.
candy.
I went to a bunch of stores and they were all out of Halloween candy, and I had a lot of showings with work, so I was barely going to make it home on time for this to start. So I did a bunch, all sold out. I couldn't freaking believe it.
Right.
So I went to the dollar store and got a bunch of hand sanitizer, 2-packs. I figured it kind of goes with eating candy and cold and flu season. What else am I going to do?
Right.
So I left a little note, and my
So
ring.
were you not home?
I was home. I wanted so what happened is my Ring camera is broken. I need to fix it. It'll do like images and show this, but I can live watch it, but it like won't record videos live anymore. It just says like person shows up.
Yeah.
So I'm watching these little kids and I'm in tears. I'm just crying, and I'm like, I gotta find a way.
Did you live stream to the big TV?
So you know how you can screen record on your phone?
Yeah.
So I went in.
No, actually, I don't.
Oh, I can show you that.
Because
it works live, but like in past, I couldn't pull it up. So I was doing this research while I'm laughing at these kids, what they're saying. You can screen record, and I got that on my Ring.
So what did you do? You put a bowl out, like a help yourself type
I
situation?
said, I'm sorry, I went to 3 stores. They're all out of candy. Here's some hand sanitizer if you'd like.
Okay.
And I got
and some Taco Bell packets.
right. Here's okay, and it's attached, right?
Yeah, you're in.
You guys, I'm not going to take it. I am.
I am.
I'm going to take it.
The kid sounds like he's 5. Yeah. I'm not taking hand sanitizer.
Wait, there's more. I gotta fast forward to this little kid.
I used to hate when I got pennies when I was a kid. You would get a little bag full of pennies.
They're just mad. They're just like walking around. This one little kid tries to read it. He's so cute.
Hi. Just
from the bucket, honey.
When to see show no Halloween candy left.
Oh,
my.
So like kids are reading like.
Oh, that's cute.
Look at you promoting education and literacy.
That was really cute. The funniest one was when I was trying to figure out how to record this. These 2 princesses, they were probably 7 years old. They're like, hand sanitizer, I can't believe this. What are we gonna? They were just like arguing. This one kid was mean. Here, wait. They walk up fast.
Now you can talk through the Ring camera,
yes,
correct?
I can. Okay,
so you should have got.
Here they come.
Hi. Just want stores. Fuck you.
You didn't say it right in the camera.
Like you said,
hand sanitizer on top. Hand sanitizer on top. Hand sanitizer.
Is that his mother in the background?
No, friend.
Yeah, she wants it from my locker. I need some.
Thank you. Now he sees the camera. Thank you.
Thank you.
You should have gone through like a really creepy
I
voice.
said thank you.
Grateful bastards.
Shut up, but
I said thank you. I need some for my locker anyways.
Dr. Fauci.
I was freaking. There's funny ones, but yeah, I was in tears, and I didn't
That's
want to
pretty
pass it
entertaining.
out because
That's pretty-
I was just laughing and laughing. You could watch it for an hour.
Well, I wouldn't want to open up the door without candy.
the-
Yeah. I don't blame you. And Halloween was always a great time to look in your neighbor's house and see what they had. If you never, like, if you didn't know them well, like the people down the street that you weren't, you're like, hey.
He had everybody with screen doors, so they would take the bottom screen out.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't even open that door. They would just hand out the candy through the bottom screen.
In Utica?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to go to little houses.
Yeah.
you know.
I used to love taking the boys around, like from house to house and getting.
You gotta. I taught Brady this year the art of going about 7:30, 7:45.
Yeah.
And getting the bowl dumps.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I have video somewhere of my youngest kid getting the bowl dump. They're like, take 2. And then he goes to the camera, Halloween's the greatest, guys. Hope you're having a great time. He's like 7. Yeah, I had it on my.
And he would do that.
Yeah. Like he and I went, because, the older boys, they were about 8 to 10 years older than him. Yeah. So they would go off on their own. So I would take him around. He was like 6 or 7. And we even hit a house there was no sidewalk on the side, and the guy goes, I have nothing. He goes, hang on a second. He came back and he gave him $5. I go, you didn't have to do anything.
What?
It's like, no, I'm glad. But it was like just off, it was a neighborhood, but it was just a house that kind of sat on this one side of the street that didn't have a sidewalk or anything. No one went there. And so Jameson's like, I want to hit every house we get. And I go, all right, we're in, buddy. Let's go. Dad's got his Guinness. We're good to go. That was
$5.
That was good.
Yeah, the kids tried to get in the wagon this year that we were pulling around. We're like, no, that's for the coolers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Get out. Walk.
Yeah. That was the thing. Like in the neighborhoods, and I would assume Utica had walking neighborhoods and all.
Oh, God,
Mine was so rural, man. You were like spread way out.
I would go into
You
little
had a
trailer
she had to
parks,
drive
so,
us, and
You go into little trailer parks?
Oh yeah. Go to all the little
Did
trailer
you-
parks. Go
Trick
all
or
the way
meth?
around. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you?
Trick or meth.
I was just gonna say, did you go home and check for needles and stuff?
Yeah, my mother did.
Your mother did. I would think like if there was gonna come from anywhere, and this is very, very judgmental.
Yeah.
It could come from any home at all. But I did hear somebody found something in an apple,
Yes.
like a pin or something.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was way back. When we
Yeah,
were
when I was a
kids,
kid too. Yeah, there would be somebody. You'd hear the stories of a razor blade.
Yeah.
Or, I go,
How do you get a pin or a razor blade in there without it being seen?
Pin I could see.
a
Just
pin-
like, who's the one person that's going to give you drugs on Halloween?
I don't.
I've
Kinda
never
hoping
met that
for
person.
something, really.
Yeah.
Got any extra?
Trick or Percocets. Come on, what's up?
a trick or
Well, see, small town like where I grew up, it was kind of near the Woodstock area, so you had a lot of people that were just hanging around. Right after Woodstock, they just stayed. They did. It was
Find
like
their car.
But I remember going to graduation parties and people smoking joints with like people's moms. Everybody getting high. It was just, they would grow it and all. My parents weren't very cool like that, but they, they would. Yeah, it was different. Did people grow in Utica?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, but
I
because
have
it was
some very good customers that grow.
well, I got to like in fourth grade when I was in fourth grade, the drug counselor came in, and he burned marijuana. And goes, if you ever smell this, kids, you come and find an adult. And I swear to God,
It doesn't even smell like that now.
no, it doesn't smell like that now. And I would tell people, I had a teacher who told me when we were in high school, he said, do not smoke a joint. He said, it's so hot, it could melt the soldering on a roach clip. If you're going to smoke it through a water bong so it's not that heat getting into your lungs because it's not just the smoke, but the heat will damage your organs.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he said. So he goes, and even better yet, eat it. So we would eat, like, there were people who made cookies with it when I was a kid and brownies, everybody knew. And now the gummies, I'm a big fan. I'm a fan of the gummies.
I am drug free because of gummies.
Yeah. See, and that's
So
I haven't
gave her-
taken one oxy.
They
Not
gave
real.
her
one.
a ton
When
of
did you
oxy,
have
and
the
she said no.
surgery?
I had it Monday.
Monday.
Yeah.
Damn, that's quick.
Yeah. So I never had anything. I mean, it itches now and it hurts a little bit, but
And it's
Turned
all
him into a
gummies?
cop. Yeah.
I
here you
sleep
go.
all night long.
Really?
No problem.
What do you mind me asking what milligram?
I can't even answer that. I cut the little wormies up like little.
Oh,
tiny-
oh,
Cut
so they
up
got
a worm
worms.
into like these little baby pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't like to be stupid. I just
No,
go to sleep.
I must be like a lightweight because I've seen people do a bunch of stuff, but I always found 10's kind of it's too much. 5, 2.5. That's a nice steady little thing for me. But my brother took my mom to a party, and they kept going, "Come on, do it!" And all of a sudden, she just reached in and popped one in her mouth. And I think
without knowing the dose.
I think it was a 10. I think it was just a 10.
Oh, thank
and then my brother calls me and goes, you got to see this. She's just laughing, talking and laughing. And then my dad goes, I think I want to try one of those gummy bears.
Really?
Right. And they were like, my parents, his big story was, or would always brag to me as a kid. Yeah, when Woodstock was happening, I was wearing a 3-piece suit on the way to a wedding. We were going the opposite direction on the thruway of everybody. He goes, I wasn't doing any of that stuff. Well, now it's like everybody, but we're seeing like we really kind of criminalize something that maybe had
my
health
dad
benefits.
Won't even try it.
No?
She can't even tell my dad that's what she's doing.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, just think about your own, but
And
with
it
the
is medical.
The and the medical benefits to that, as
the
you're saying, you're not putting opioids in your body. That's a great thing.
Not a one pill.
That's the biggest problem we have in this country right now is people who are getting hooked to that and then finding heroin and then what it's cut with now that is killing fentanyl that's killing people. Yeah, it is crazy.
Now I hear that they're even putting fentanyl in some weed, so you have to be careful.
Yeah.
Really.
When I was a kid,
Know what you're getting.
I remember there were kids who had LSD laced, on weed, and then my parents are such freaks. Like Timothy Leary lived not far from where I grew up.
Really?
Now he had a mansion, and he was at one of the. I think he was doing some kind of psychological study at one of the universities in the area, and he had long left. Yeah, I think he had already gone and run for. I think he tried to run for governor of California, and then wound up in jail. Yeah. And I used to have to ride a bike. I had a construction job at 15. I used to just go around and clean up the construction site. And, I had they had me sweeping off roofs before they laid the tar paper down. So I'd be up there. OSHA would kill these guys.
Right.
But I would have to ride my bike past the old Timothy Leary mansion. My mother would always go, do not get too close to that.
She was worried.
Yeah, like they were going to come out the boogeyman. Hey
little
kid,
boy, want some heroin?
want some acid. It's like, come on. Now I go, what were you thinking? I don't know. I was listening to everybody else. I go, well, stop listening to everybody else. Sue, it's been a pleasure. I hope you have a speedy recovery with that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
This was fun.
It was fun, and you were great. Great stories. I learned about sugaring. I heard about stay away from Stephanie's house at Halloween. You're just going to get hand sanitizer.
I was so worried I was going to get egged.
Egg. Yeah, see, that's old school. The kids don't have the balls they used to. Because I was thinking that my buddies.
Anybody that didn't have.
Yes.
candy.
And I think when I was a kid, that hand sanitizer would have gone through a window.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, somebody would have fired it back at like 90 miles an hour or so. Right. And you lucked out. It's a better society today. That's what it is.
So.
It's a better society. For Sue, for Stephanie, for Kevin, I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow, doing it live from the Bills Mafia house for the Monday night game in Buffalo. Pre-game, so we won't have the exact results, but you'll hear all the shit that's going down in Buffalo for sure.
What to do? I turn the TV on, wrote a letter to you. The news was talking about